Over the past 3 years, I've been making $1,000 a month only working 3 hours a week on my YouTube channel. And today I want to show you exactly how I do that. And I want to show you just how simple you can make your YouTube schedule so that it actually fits into your life. But on top of that, not just so that it fits into your life, but so that you spend the majority of your time when you're working on your YouTube channel actually doing what you love. Because the truth is, when it comes to YouTube, so many people spend all of their time, most of their time, probably the majority of their time working on their YouTube channel, doing things that they hate. And so you get into YouTube and it's fun for a little while. And this is exactly what happened to me. It's fun for a little while. And then you find yourself 6 months in and you're focusing on retention rates and, I don't know, creating the perfect YouTube thumbnail and editing your videos with a bunch of jump cuts and a bunch of fancy graphics and stuff. And the truth is, when I signed up for YouTube, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about what I loved to talk about and share it with people. And I want to show you that you can do that and you can make $1,000 a month pretty easily. And it's only going to take you 5 hours a week or less. Now, for me, it only takes 3 hours a week or less because I've been doing this for so long. But I think for the beginner, you can start this by doing this 5 hours a week or less. So let me show you what my exact work schedule, which I don't even really consider it work because this is more of a hobby of mine, but it's a hobby that generates $1,000 a month. This is what my schedule looks like right here. This is a monthly schedule. And before we talk about the specifics here, let's just talk about this concept of a monthly schedule. And this is the first key to fitting all of your work into 5 hours a week or less, is that you should not be viewing it in terms of a weekly schedule. And there's a very specific reason for that as I work through my schedule that you're going to see, and that is because my schedule is based primarily around this concept of batching. So what batching is you take whatever you're doing. In my case, maybe it's planning a YouTube video, maybe it's filming those YouTube videos. And typically, when new people who come to YouTube think of starting a YouTube channel, they think, okay, I'm going to post one video a week, and that means every week I need to show up and I need to film a video and I need to edit it and I need to do all the background stuff that's necessary for YouTube videos, like thumbnail and description and stuff like that. And they do those, I don't know, 4 or 5 tasks that it takes to make a YouTube video. They do those linearly. They do them one video at a time and they do all 5 tasks and then they move on to the next video. But if you want to save a crazy amount of time, here's what you need to do. Instead of thinking, hey, I need to film 1 video a week, you need to start thinking, no, I need to get out 4 videos a month. And so what that means is we batch all of these individual processes that it takes to make a video. We batch all of those together. So instead of just planning 1 video and then working through the whole process, we actually plan 4 videos. And then we move on to the next part of the process, which is filming those videos. And you film 4 videos at a time, which maybe that sounds crazy to you right now, but I'm telling you, you will get to a point where you can do this pretty easily, and it's going to save you a bunch of time. And then we move on to the next step in the process and we edit 4 videos. And the power of batching is that it saves you from having to constantly switch between these different tasks, because every time you switch between different tasks, between editing videos or filming the videos or whatever, every time you switch between a different task, there is a tax on your time, and it takes time to switch between those different tasks. And so if you can cut out as many of those transition periods between the different tasks that you have to do to create a video, then you can save all of that transition time. So instead of just working on 1 video, you plan it, then you got to get in the mindset to film it. And so then you film it, and then it takes a little bit longer to get into the mindset of editing it, and so on and so forth. Now, instead of doing those transitionary periods 4 times and all of those add up, let's say there's, to keep the math simple, let's say there's 4 tasks that it takes to make a video. You got to plan the video, you got to film the video, you got to edit the video, you got to do all the background YouTube stuff to post the video. So there's 4 tasks to make a video. Let's say every time you transition between one of those tasks to get into that task, let's say it takes 15 minutes. And so to get in that mindset is an hour of your time between each of those transitions. It takes 15 minutes to get into the planning phase, 15 minutes to get into the filming phase, so on and so forth. So whenever it comes to not batching and just doing those linearly and then having to do that 4 times to get out one video a week for 4 weeks in a row, that means that you've added an hour of time per video just to transition between tasks. And so you've got 4 hours of transition time to make your 4 videos per month. Now, if you batch things together and you're not transitioning into each of those tasks 4 times, but now you're only transitioning into each of those tasks 1 time, you save 3 hours, because instead of doing that transition period over and over again, which takes an hour per time you want to transition, now it only takes 1 hour to transition between those tasks. And I don't know how the math actually works out time-wise on that, but I'm just using 15 minutes as a simple math example. And so my point is, you can save probably a quarter of your transition time. You can save actually 75% and end up with only a quarter. So instead of it taking 4 hours of transition time to get all of those 4 videos done, it only takes 1 video. And so that's a very important skill that you need if you want to be able to make $1,000 a month working 5 hours a week or less, is batching, because it's not just true when it comes to creating your YouTube videos, but it's also true in all areas of your YouTube channel. And so with that being said, what you're going to see is that I'm talking about a monthly schedule because I work on a monthly schedule and not on a weekly schedule, because I batch my things together. And so let's talk about what I actually do during a month, and then we're going to see how that plays out whenever we divide it between a month and per week of my hours total. So let's start out. And what do? Well, the first thing I do, I should say this actually. The first thing that we need to talk about is what I actually do on my YouTube channel. And because I already have my YouTube channel set up and all the background stuff that actually makes me $1,000 per month, like my digital products and my email funnel and stuff, that's why I can fit this within 3 hours a week, roughly. And so let's start with where we start. What do? I'm basically just posting YouTube videos every week because I've already got all the background stuff set up. And so my monthly schedule just involves making YouTube videos pretty much. So let's start out. We've got 30 minutes planning per video. So I put out 1 video a week, which is like 4 videos a month. Typically a month has 4 to 5 weeks in it. And so 30 minutes to plan a video. And remember, I mean, right now, think about how I plan my videos. I mean, what am I showing you right now? I'm showing you the plan of my video. Look at what this video is. You know, we're already 8 minutes in, and these are all the notes that I have for my YouTube video. I always watch these people on YouTube, and they're like, you got to script out your video, and you got to, you know, work on the hook and the all of this stuff. And I'm like, I don't have time to do that. I'm passionate about what I talk about. I know how to talk about it because I'm talking about what I love to talk about. And so I can literally just sit down. These are all the notes that I have. And this video is probably going to be 15, 20 minutes long. Maybe longer than that. I don't know. We'll see. And so that's what I'm trying to tell you, is that you can plan a video in 30 minutes or less, and we want to plan these back to back to back. We want to sit down and we want to plan 4 videos at a time so that we can get in that mindset of planning a video before we move on to the next part of the process. And so I spend 30 minutes per video planning it, and it really depends on the video. Sometimes I spend less time than that. But for me, I would say on average it takes me 30 minutes to plan a video, which is usually just maybe 5 bullet points. It depends what the video is about, but typically that is my structure. I have point 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then I just talk through those points. So it takes me 30 minutes to plan a video. I do 4 of those videos, so that's 2 hours total. And remember, this is not weekly, this is monthly. So we'll divide all this up at the end of this exercise. And then from there, we go on to, okay, my video is planned now. What do I do? Well, I got to film the videos now that I know what I'm going to talk about. So I'll reserve 3 hours, set it aside. And once again, I know that that sounds like a lot, but remember how much time you're saving yourself in the future, because you don't have to go and set up all of your recording equipment. You don't have to find time 4 times throughout the month. You just pick a 3-hour period and you film 4 videos. And once again, these videos are simple, so we aren't doing anything crazy, which allows us to film 4 videos in 3 hours. I film my videos at my church. I go into church on a Friday morning from 9 until 12. I sit there, I hit the record button, I look at my short bullet point notes, I talk to the camera, I hit end recording, take a quick break, come back, film another video. And so all in all, that takes me right around 3 hours in total to film 4 videos. And I'll do that on one day. So really, that's the biggest chunk of work that I have during the month. But remember, once I get that done, I don't have to do that again for another 30 days, basically. I don't have to do that again for another 4 weeks because all of my videos are done. So I spend 3 hours filming 4 videos. Now from there, we go to editing the videos because that's an important step in the process. But so many people spend so much time editing their videos. And for me, the kind of videos that I film, like this video right now, I mean, you're watching this video. Remember, this channel right here is a case study in everything that I'm talking about. And if you're watching this right now, then that means that it is possible to film helpful YouTube content that captures people's attention, that causes them to watch to the 12-minute mark or whatever this is right now, with no editing. I didn't edit anything. All right, I'm filming on a $50 webcam. I've got a $100 mic. You don't even need that. I've got a little light coming on my face from behind my computer that's like $30, all right? And I'm not doing any fancy jump cuts. I'm not doing any fancy graphics. And so that's how I'm able to edit 4 videos in 1 hour, because basically all I'm doing is I am chopping off the beginning and I'm chopping off the end. And there's not much more else to it. Every once in a while, maybe I'll stumble over my words and I want to cut something out. That takes 5 seconds to edit that. And so I'm able to edit 4 videos within 1 hour. It takes me about 15 minutes to edit a video, chop off the beginning, chop off the end. Boom, you're done. You do that back to back to back so that you don't have to spend time opening up your editing software. You don't have to spend time getting in the mindset of editing. And honestly, this could probably take me a lot less time. Like I could probably edit, I don't know, 4 videos in maybe 30 minutes or something. The only reason I say it takes me an hour is because I'm kind of picky and I like to sit there and I like to watch my videos the whole way through, make sure I didn't say anything crazy. But if I didn't do that, I could do it in 30 minutes. But I do that, so it takes me about an hour to edit 4 videos. So there's only one more thing left that we have to do whenever it comes to posting the actual video, and that is doing all the back end work. And this is where it comes to like a title, a thumbnail, and then I also have promo emails written down here. And so for this, I might take the transcript of my video and feed it into AI or something and ask it to give me some YouTube title ideas. That doesn't really take that long. I also keep my thumbnail pictures super simple. You've probably seen that on my channel so far. My thumbnails are super simple. Basically, it's just a picture of me with some text over to the side. I'm not trying to win any awards for the best thumbnail picture ever. I just want a thumbnail that clearly communicates what I'm talking about and maybe grabs the interest of people so that they actually click on the video, which is kind of important. And then finally, I do the promo emails. And basically for me, a promo email, I just keep it as simple as possible. And it just says, hey, I've got a new video out this week. The video is called whatever the video is called. Check it out at the link below. And I send that out to my email list. That way my email list is constantly, regularly getting helpful emails from me. And I'm pointing them to my YouTube videos every week. And so in total, that's what I'm spending basically all of my time on my other YouTube channel. And we can see if we add that up, we've got 2 hours to plan 4 videos. We've got 3 hours to film 4 videos. We've got 1 hour to edit those videos. That puts us at 6 hours. And then 1 more hour to do all the back end work. And that means that I spend, on average, 7 hours per month. And I want to remind you that we're talking about per month here, all right? This isn't per week. A lot of people spend 10 hours per week working on their YouTube channel, and maybe, I don't know, maybe their YouTube channel looks better than mine. Maybe the videos are edited better than mine, but a lot of people are spending a whole lot more time on their YouTube channel and they aren't making $1,000 a month. And not only that, but we'll talk about this in a second, but they're also doing a bunch of stuff that they hate doing and they don't really want to do that. They just want to talk about what they love. And so all in all, if we take those 7 hours per month, roughly a 4-week month, and we divide that by 4, that means that I'm spending basically 1.5 hours per week working on my YouTube channel. And when I say working, here's the best part, is that it's focused around doing what I love to do. And that is really the key point that I want to get across in this video, is not just that I spend 3 hours per week, which really was more like 1.5 hours per week, but we could add maybe a few administration tasks in there. I just didn't want it to sound like, I don't know, super clickbaity, but I mean, I guess it really is true that I probably spend 90 hours a week if we amortize my time spent on a monthly basis out over the whole month. I'm probably only spending 90 hours a week, or 90 minutes a week, I should say, on my YouTube channel. But that's not even my main point in this video. My main point is I want you to look at the things that I do, all right? Because the best part is that what I do is focused around doing and talking about what I love. And I think that this is what people misunderstand about YouTube, is that most people don't want to be a YouTuber. And so I'm talking to you. If you don't want to be a YouTuber, if you don't want to be somebody who's like, oh, I love making videos, because it's a completely different thing between I love to make videos versus I love to, whatever your niche is. I love to talk about, for me, it's worship leading in a local church context, specifically talking about the theology of worship leading. Don't worry if you don't understand what any of that means, but that's what I love to do. I don't love to make videos. I don't love to make this video right now. I love to talk about online business, but it's not, I don't even really consider it online business. I mean, there's an aspect to that, but I love teaching people how to make $1,000 per month in a side income by talking about what they love, which is what I'm doing on this channel, which is why I said this channel is basically a case study in exactly what I talk about on this channel. It's kind of meta in that way, I guess. All right, so I don't love to make videos, and so I want you to look at what my time is spent on. I know this is basically all wrapped up in video language. Like I say, I plan my videos, I film my videos, so on and so forth. But when I'm planning a video, I'm not thinking, okay, here's the video that I'm planning. I'm thinking about the topic that the video is about. So if I'm talking about how to pick out songs for Sunday for your church, that's what I'm focused on, and that's what I love to do. And so it's not burdensome for me to spend 2 hours thinking about things like that. I actually love to do that. And so I love at least 2 hours of my work per month that I spend on my YouTube channel, but let's talk about the next 3 hours. It takes me 3 hours to film those 4 videos. And guess what? When I film those videos, I'm not like, oh, here, I am making a video. No, my whole YouTube channel is built around talking about what I love. And so I spend 3 hours a month talking about what I love. So there's another, that's 5 hours total, simply talking and thinking about something that I actually love. Not thinking about YouTube. Sure, YouTube is the vehicle through which I present those things, but it's talking about what I love. All right? And then we've got editing videos. This one, I don't know, it's probably half and half, but the reason that it takes me an hour to edit those videos is not even really because I'm editing the videos in some ways that people are editing videos. Basically, like I said, I'm chopping off the beginning and the end. That takes like 5 minutes. But what I'm doing is I'm listening back to what I said, and I'm making sure that I'm saying what I actually want to say, which once again is me thinking and doing what I love. So there you go again. Now we're 6 hours total, and those 6 hours are primarily spent doing what I love. I'm not here to win some, filmography award or anything, as you can tell from this video. I'm not trying to win an editing award. I'm trying to talk about what I love. And so there's 6 hours out of the 7 hours of my month. And then obviously there is the title, the thumbnail, the promo emails. Honestly, that's the stuff that I don't love to do, but it's only 1 hour out of the month. And so that's what, like, if we spread that out over the course of 4 weeks, that's 15 minutes per week doing something for YouTube that I don't really want to do, which is creating a title, thumbnail, writing the promo emails. That's not that bad of a gig, right? If I'm spending 90 minutes total per week and I'm only doing 15 minutes of work that I don't really want to do, that's why I have it set up the way that I have it set up, which means 6 hours out of the month. I work 7 hours total on my YouTube channel. 6 of those hours are spent on talking about what I love. And that's what I mean on this channel, 5 hours to 1K, where I talk about how you can spend 5 hours or less per week making $1,000 a month in side income. How do we do it? By talking about what you love. You can actually do it. And that 5 hours of work, I'll put it in quotes, per week is not even work. It's literally hobby time where you get to grow in what you love. You get to talk about what you love. You get to share what you love with other people. And you can do it too. And the cherry on top of just getting to do what you love is that you get to make $1,000 a month while you do it. And then for you as a beginner, you're probably going to need to add, 2 hours per week to what I have, because there's a couple other back end things that we need to set up, which I'll talk about in future videos. I'm talking a simple email funnel. I'm talking about setting up a website, just simple things like that you can set up. And for the first 6 months or something, you're going to need to spend a little bit of extra time on that, but you can spread that out over the course of 6 months. And then once you have that set up, all of that stuff basically runs on autopilot. I'll do a video in the future explaining that. But all of that stuff basically runs on autopilot so that you can get back to just talking about what you love. You can get to that schedule that I just talked about, which is completely achievable. I do it. I've done it basically every year for the past 3 years, made $1,000 per month. And I did it by talking about what I love. And so I want you to know that this is possible for you. You don't have to be some amazing YouTube editor or thumbnail maker or videographer or whatever. All you have to do is get on camera, talk about what you love to talk about, do 15 minutes a week worth of work that is probably something that you don't want to do, but all of the other work is actually fun stuff that you get to do. And you get to make $1,000 a month talking about what you love. Now, I know that the hardest part of that can just be starting your YouTube channel and coming up with those first YouTube video ideas, especially when I tell you I plan 4 videos at a time. Maybe you're like, I can't even come up with one video idea. Well, I've got you covered because I've got a free resource. I'll link it down in the description below. It's called 10 YouTube video ideas that work in any niche. It's a free PDF where I'll give you 10 formulas for YouTube video ideas, titles that you can take and you can apply it to your niche. So it might be like, these are the 10 lessons I learned after 10 years of X, whatever your niches. These are the 10 lessons I learned after 10 years of home gardening or something like that. So if you're interested in that, check that out down in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.